Welcome back, everyone, to Issues of Faith. We are talking with Bishop J. Mark Spalding. He is Bishop of the Nashville Diocese, joining us via Zoom. Thank you again for being here, Bishop. We were talking about coronavirus, its impact. Two more questions on that front, then I'm going to move to the social unrest that we're seeing, which is heartbreaking. How do you think this period has changed worship? How will worship be different in the next few months as a result of what has happened over the last few months?
Well, I'm going to approach it by the basic things or acts we're asking people to do to help protect themselves and one another. So first and foremost, we ask them to social distance within the liturgical space. So when people come to church, they're asked to walk up to the usher, and the usher basically seats them in the pew, mindful of where others are already located in the church and keeping them 6 feet apart. The second thing is the wearing of the mask. We are asking our people to wear the mask even during the celebration of Mass itself. And the third is significant hand hygiene. So when they come in to every church, they're asked to take some of the alcohol cleansing material and to use that to clean their hands. They're asked to do that before and after, and if they have even a bottle of that lotion, to use it right before receiving communion. So distancing, the face mask, and hand hygiene are very strong emphasis.
And that's in the next few months. That would be the short term. What do you think?
Yes.
How does this change things in the long term? I mean, is this going to dramatically change the face of worship, or how churches worship? What is the long-term impact of this?
Well, I'm going to go for the silver linings on the clouds. The situation is, I think what's going to be kept is the internet and the virtual and the social media situation of all of our churches. That level where we may have been before this situation occurred is much higher and much greater now in each and every parish. And I think that will be sustained in many ways. How we communicate with our people all the way through this, people have appreciated all the outreach that our pastors and our parishes have had with them, whether it's been through internet and simply calling one another. So it is my hope and prayer that all these good things, and we've gotten good feedback about all these outreaches, not only on the diocesan level, but in the parish level, that has really helped connect people to one another. One of the challenges in the Catholic Church sometimes is we can simply go to Mass and go home, where we do not truly connect as people. And part of who we are as a people of faith is we've got to make those social connections, and that, I hope, is a long-term benefit from this moment. So
quickly, before I move to the next topic, how has giving been during this time? Have you seen a drop-off? Are you concerned by the level of giving during this time, or not?
It has been a concern, but overwhelmingly, we just got a report last week. We're around 85, 86%. Now, that's a good number, I think. Some parishes are doing very well, almost to what was giving before this hit, and others have been hit more severely. So those parishes, there's been various outreach by the diocese, but we've also encouraged, because when people see a pastor or parish staff or the parish itself reach out to one another, we've had a profound response of the people to continue to help. But it also teaches us we've got to get into digital and internet giving and all these other ways that we live and work and move in our business life, in our other ways of living. We need to now bring into the church so that people can give and support the ministries of their parishes.
I was concerned, beginning to run out of time, but I want to talk about what we've seen over the weekend. And I'm going to ask, obviously it's heartbreaking. We all agree. And I've seen a statement from the bishops that what happened in Minnesota was inappropriate. And so let me ask this, as people are protesting, as people are taking to the streets, as people are making their concerns known, Jesus was a radical. Do you think churches today are radical enough, or do you think they are too concerned about maintaining the status quo?
Well, I think Jesus always is our standard, that he clearly had his eyes open to others. He saw the situation of people in the world and lifted them up and encouraged and helped and healed. So we have to have the same kind of eyes as Christ. If we call ourselves disciples of Jesus Christ, then we need to open our eyes and see the other around us and help live, that other person live and have a good life as well as our own. And that's what it means to be a follower of Jesus Christ. He always saw the other. And we teach that in our faith as the dignity of the human person. And we could say it even in another way. Every one of us, every human person is a son and daughter of God. And when you understand that other person in that way, it changes the way you treat them. It changes the way we speak to them. And it changes the way we live with them.
What role should churches have right now in the midst of this social unrest?
Well, I think you do need to speak up. You do need to say to everyone that racism is a sin. It's an evil in our country and in our culture, and we need to be addressing it as people. But also we have to do as well. Not only do we make statements, but we have to act. And I look at what our church does with our Catholic Charities and its outreach to all peoples of color. And I look to what our Catholic schools and their outreach, especially to the African American community and to other communities out there in Nashville and in Middle Tennessee.
We have about 30 seconds. We have about 30 seconds left. And what do you, I guess in this time that so many people are suffering and just uptight and full of anxiety, what's your message to them? This is just such a difficult time. What do you want people to take away?
Bottom line, God is love. He loved us so much that he gave us his son, Jesus Christ. The more we come to know him, to know his word, to know his life, and live in that way, the better off we are. And we must live in his way of understanding the neighbor and appreciating each other. And when we live that way, we fulfill God's mission for each one of us. And it's a wonderful way to live. And so we don't live in fear and anxiety, but love and respect for others.
Bishop, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here and wish we had more time. Thanks to you for watching Issues of Faith. Have a great day, everybody.